We got 4 people here. Excited for angels. Well, what in the world is that? Y'all, my handkerchief just stuck to my pillow pad. That's not good. Okay, we're going to do angels, 3 different kind of angels. We're going to do, hey, Becky. Becky, I haven't forgotten your apron, sweetie. I hadn't gotten it out yet. Andrew? Hang on just a minute, y'all. Somebody's here besides me. Hang on. Well, I am so sorry. I'm so sorry. Is anybody still here? Are they that won the rocket? Wow. Congratulations, Anita. Okay, y'all. I can't let Frankie be downstairs because Andrew is packing up and things are everywhere. Hey, Carol Ruth. Okay, I've got to get another one of these. Maybe I'll just turn it over. They're nice and clean. Okay. All right, we're going to do angels 3 ways. One is we're going to use twine. The rocket is something Carol Ruth does. Her cousin makes them. You kind of have to watch her on Sunday night to get an idea of the rocket, but maybe Carol Ruth can explain it. I can't. We're going to use twine. Any size will do. Well, not the real thick kind. And we're going to do, and y'all, I did this one. This is like the twine angels, only I did it with ribbon, you know, really thin ribbon. It's the same concept. So, and we're going to do an angel on one of these clothespin pegs. We're going to do that. And we're going to make one using a handkerchief. Now, this is an old handkerchief. I may not use that one, but I like the ribbon one too. Hey, Justin, I just tried it to see if it'd work, and sure enough, it did. So that made me happy. Okay, well, what I'm going to do first, though, is I'm going to paint the clothespin. Now, I get these little feet for them. Can't remember what they're called. Doll pin stands. These are doll pins. They're also clothes hangers, you know, like clothes pegs. But if you want to, you can just stick the peg down in there and it'll stand up on its own. So I put them on here, and I also put them so you can hang them up. So first thing we're going to do is going to paint that. Of course, I don't have what I need to paint with, like paint. Okay, let's see. I think we're going to make her pink. This one's going to be pink. So let me. And this is Paint Pixie Paint. It's Dreamsicle is its name. And I'm not going to prime the wood. I probably should, but that means I'll be doing 2 coats. But you know, I'm going to put clothes on her anyway, so she's not going to be totally naked. She's going to have a see-through dress, though. Golly. I didn't wash this real well. It's stiff as a board. I'm not using that. Well, I knew I was going to be doing this. You'd think I'd be ready, wouldn't you? Okay, so let me just slap some paint on here. And we'll do the others while the paint's drying. Y'all, these are real easy. You probably all know how to do them already. Well, maybe I should have done the white first. But I didn't. Oh, Justin, you spend the day with your dad and stepmom? That's good. Okay, so we got that. And I'm going to have to paint them again because I should have primed it. And I probably need to do a different part of this for her body. Otherwise, it's going to look like she's naked under her clothes. But then we're all kind of naked under our clothes, aren't we, really? It's just nobody can see under there. let's see, where's my can? Y'all, I'm all over the place. I'm just going to get this can right here and use it to hold my clothespin up while it dries. Andrew is, things are popping here. Andrew may have found a place to live. He has a roommate, 1.5 roommates, because the girl that he's going to share an apartment with is pregnant, not his. At least that's what he says. They're co-workers and been friends for a while, but anyway, he's sharing a room with her. Okay, so I got those. I'm going to let those dry. And while those are dry, oh, we got 12 people here. Yay. What are we going to do first? We'll do the twine one first. Okay, you just get your twine. You get a bunch of twine. Uh-oh. And I didn't get something I needed. Doggone it, that's always the way. That's too big. I'm just going to use my hands. Okay, you take your twine and you wrap something. It helps if you have something stiff like a piece of cardboard. And I went to get it, but then my dog started acting ugly. I'll just use this. I'm going to regret this. Board, and I went to get it, but then my dog started acting ugly. I'll just use this. I'm going to regret this. You decide how big you want. It's going to be too big. Decide how big you want your angel to be. And for the body, I'm just going to take one about this long, but it doesn't matter. It depends on how big you want it. And the size twine, the number of times you go around depends on how big you want it. But I'm just going to put an end right there and hold it. And then I'm just going to wrap about maybe 15 times around. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Now, if you want your angel to be, but I'm going to end it up there so my ends are in the same place. If you want your angel to be bigger than that, you'd wrap it more times. If you want it smaller, you wrap it fewer times. Okay, and then I'm just going to cut that off. Now, before I take it off of here, I'm going to cut a fairly generous line of twine, because I'm going to use this to, to hold it together and also to make the hanger. So I want to put this twine, forgot to get my embroidery in that, put this twine in the middle under that row. And I'm going to do this before I take it off. You're going to waste some twine, but usually what I do is I cut it the length I think I need, and then it's so short that I end up having to really finagle. But I'm just going to tie this right on the top and get it as tight as I can. And tie it one more time. Okay, then I can take it off. Okay, she's going to be a little bit smaller than I thought she was going to be, but that's okay. Okay, so you have something that looks like that. And you take another piece of twine, doesn't have to be as long, and you decide how big you want your head. And you just take this other piece of twine and you wrap it around where you think the head ought to be. Now, I've done some of these that have really big heads and some that have little heads, so depends on whether or not you want a smart angel or a dumb angel, I guess. Most of mine are pretty dumb. Yeah, that's a little big. And you tie it again, like so. And it helps if you get the knot in the back. But it doesn't really matter, we're going to go over it anyway, so. I tie it once and then I tied it twice. You can do this. Yes, you can do that. If you're talking about, you know, tying a knot. Okay. And I don't really want this extra, so I'm just going to trim it off. Like so. Okay, so now you have the body and the head of your angel. And then this will be the tie, and you don't need that much. I went a little overboard, but I'm just gonna. Anita had asked for something about little angel ornaments you could hang on a tree, that not Christmas necessarily, but okay, so now you've got an angel. Get up here. An angel with a body. That's all you got. Angel with a body and a way to hang her up. So you take a little bit more twine. And you can use something else for wings. I've got this little doily. I'm not going to use it, but I've got this little, and you can fold it in half and you can put it back there as wings. And actually that's kind of cute. I kind of like that, but that can be wings. You can use, where'd my butterfly go? Oh, you can you can use a butterfly. This is one of those iridescent ones that you get from Timu, and or you could put it back there and have that as your wings. You can do that, but I'm not going to do either one of those things. I'm going to get some more yarn. Yeah, I love these little doilies, but I may want to use that for something else. So you get some more yarn. I love doilies. I've got tons of them. You want the wings to be a little bit smaller, so I'm just going to do it around my hand, and I'm going to wrap it around, I don't know, probably another 15 times, maybe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Just knocking things all over the place. Okay, so that's about 15 times. Now this I'm going to take, and I should have put things down first, but I'm going to take it off and I'm going to find the middle and just kind of scrunch it together. Like so, and I'm going to take one of these pieces I cut off and tie it around the outside. Now this is hard for me because I don't have really fat fingers, but they sure do feel like it when I'm doing this. But you just tie it in the middle like that. Oh, Eagles concert! Yay! What fun! You got your hair done. What color is it now, Sister Jerry? Okay, so now you have your wings. Simple, simple, simple. And you find the back of your angel, and you can glue it down so you have it. Well, let me just show you. We don't need those. Now, if you haven't made these, they're very simple and they're very cute. Hey, Michelle. We don't need all that either. Okay. So you take that and you, I forgot to get hair out. She's gonna have hair. And you put your two knotted sides together. You've got your knots in the back here and your knots in the back of the wings, and you just hot glue it together. And just hold it for a minute. Is everybody with me? And, you know, if that's all you want to do, that's all you have to do. Now you can leave it. You can leave it like that with the loops. See, I left on the one I did with the ribbon, I left the body of it kind of loopy. But then I cut the wings. You're with me? Okay, good, Anita. Everybody's here. Okay, great. Thank you. And you can separate them out a little bit. You can, see, I kind of like it. I like it with the wings kind of loopy. And I see I should have done something before I put the wings on. You can decorate them up any way you want to. I've got some little blingy stuff here. But I don't think I like that. Well, maybe I do. I think I do. Let me show you. Put a little blingy stuff right there. So she's got just a little bit of sparkle, a little bit of glitz to her. With these, we can cut it. I'll cut it and I can show you. If everybody sees what it looks like this way, I can cut it and show you what it looks like cut. You're kind of loopy all the time. I am too, Sister Jerry, especially these days. I think they're cute, and y'all, what, it took, what, 5 minutes? It's about 5 minutes. Now, do you want me to cut the loop so you can see what it looks like cut? I could do that too. Oh, but we don't have a halo. Okay, y'all know I don't like halos. So I don't really have any, but you can take a pipe cleaner, a sparkly pipe cleaner, and you can make a circle. I think it's the wire running down the back. You like it like this? I kind of like it this way too, Becky. I can't tell which way I'm wrapping. Anyway, you can make a little halo, and then you can, I'll show you how to do that. You make a little circle, like so, and then you just take your hanger string, and you push the halo down on top of the head, like that. And she's all done. Super, super simple. And, you know, I'd put a little spot of glue down here just to hold it. There. So, okay, that's angel number 1. I think it's very sweet. And you can kind of tell by this one. Get up here. What it's going, you know what? Let me cut this one. Cause I kind of like her the way she is. So let me just cut this one. But see, that's kind of cute too. So we have them. This is like Twine, but you can make them out of ribbon, which I think is really, really cute. Simple but sweet thing. Frankie, y'all hang on a minute. the basement has got to be off limits to the dog right now because Andrew's got all his stuff out, packing. It's all over the floor, and it's just a mess. And I told him that he needed to get his get the trash out first and throw it away, and he thinks that means throwing the floor. Oh, Kathy, I bet that's pretty. I think that is barbed wire. Sounds dangerous, but yeah, he wants to. I think he's looking for Andrew because the last place he saw Andrew was in the basement. So I think he's trying to see Andrew. I'm just giving these a second coat real quick. Make little gnomes on those things too. Okay, I need something to wipe my hands with. Oh, wait a minute, I do this one too. I'm getting Frankie to transition to it being an inside dog while it's so cold. But he thinks that means he can see everything in the house. But he can't. But when my craft room is in the basement, he'll be able to be down there. Because I'll have plenty of room down there and I can pick stuff up. So, Janice is here. Hey, Janice. Hey, y'all, I'm sorry I missed you coming in. I missed it. There it is. Okay, let me get my paintbrush in the paintbrush place to get it clean. Okay, so we're going to let that dry again. Let me get the paint off my hands. And I hadn't planned on it, but I think I'm going to try something. I think I'm going to try 2 of these little clothes. Well, I shouldn't have taken... Should not have washed my hands because let me paint another clothespin. I'm going to try something else just for the fun of it. And I had another clothespin. There it is. Get another color paint. Let's get another color paint. I'll use my heat. I'll look this way. I just have a different color. This is Mojito by Paint Pixie, and it really is one of my favorite colors. I'd like it better if it actually come out of the bottle. Well, I don't want it to have a green face. What I'm going to try to do with this is make a ribbon angel with the clothespin, but I don't know how it'll work, but we're going to find out. Okay, so we're going to let that dry. Got birds pecking me over here. Now, I'm so excited about the prospect of having a big craft space downstairs and having all of my craft supplies on one level and out of my living space. So I can just commute to work every morning by walking down the steps and not have all that stuff up here. That's going to make me very, very, very happy. Thank you, Elaine. I'm excited for me too. I'm a little worried about getting all the stuff down there, but I'm hoping to get some of the stuff out of the garage so I can park my car inside the garage. That's not happened. It has not happened. Okay, so handkerchief. Oh, I had a handkerchief. What'd I do with it? Oh, okay. I just got a lady's handkerchief, and I forgot to get my... Okay, hang on. I forgot to get my cotton ball. I'm thinking this may be a big-headed angel. So you want to find them. You want to find the middle of your. Okay, just fold your apron in half. Not your apron, your handkerchief in half. Which you should be able to do because it's supposed to be a square. But apparently it's not. I swear I had this fold it in half and then fold it in half again. And then that should be the middle right there. So with that as your reference point, you know, put your cotton ball down in the middle and pull everything over it. And you pull it as tight as you can. So well, she's going to have a little bit of a train, but that's okay. But what you should have done, what I should have done is this is little bitty ribbon, little thin ribbon, and this is what I needed my, I'm going to have to get an embroidery needle. You take your ribbon and you just tie it. She looks a little deformed, but that, you know, she's got, this is a big-headed angel. Now, I'll be honest, I don't know how you're really supposed to do these. I wish I did, but I don't know the acceptable way to do it. I know what I did when I tried to learn how to do it, so that's... Okay, so we got that. This will be the front. Hang on a second. I forgot to mention the embroidery needle, y'all. Oh, thank you, Becky. I try to do easy things. Okay, wow, got one embroidery needle. I'm just going to take the ribbon and I'm going to try to thread it through. Okay, thread it through the embroidery needle, and then I'm going to go up through the cotton ball that I just put in. Sometimes I do this before I tie it down, and sometimes, like now, I forgot. So I'm just going to put it through and try to get it to come out as close to the middle top of her head as I can find. Come on now. No, it's not cooperating with me. Did you call him Sir Justin? Oh, thank you, Dina. I did that myself. Oh, I swear this works. But you know what? Maybe I'll do it this way. You know, don't tell anybody that I was such a pervert that I turned this angel upside down so I could see her underneath. I want this to come out. But it doesn't matter what I want, it's not going to do it. There it comes. Okay, so you pull it through, and you know you're going to have to cut it off here. So you want to have enough pull through so that you can tie a knot. Yeah, come on, big-headed angel. This is a big-headed angel. So you just want to tie your knot up here, but don't pull any more because you got to tie it on the inside too. But before I do that, let me do this. Y'all ever have those days where nothing you do is right? I'm having one of those days right now. Because I think, yep. Okay, we're going to do that again. We got it to cooperate now. Sometimes, you know, I had both end, you know, one end went all the way up so I couldn't tie it, but you got to tie it inside too, otherwise it'll pull right out. So we're going to try this again. You know, she's a holy angel. She's got a holy head. There now. Let's try it again. Hey, Wendy. Hey, Mary. Lori's coming in, I see. Didn't have handkerchiefs. I made 2 twine, one with loops and one without. Well, good, Anita. Turns out the twine one's a lot. This is not as hard as I'm making it look. I just can't. I don't know. I usually don't have this much trouble. It's because I got people watching. But I usually don't have this much trouble getting this to pull through. Actually, you don't have to have you don't really have to have a handkerchief. You can just use a square of material. Okay, now, so let me hold this over here. Okay, I'm gonna tie this. Okay, this is inside, so you want to tie it so it doesn't pull through. You don't want it to pull through. That's a no-no. And I'm going to stick just a little dab of glue right there, and I'm going to let it sit there so it doesn't catch on my dress. So I'm going to let that dry. So how are we doing so far? Have I confused everybody? Any material would work. I would use kind of thinnish material, but yeah, any material will work. You could use lace. That's right. Something always goes wrong. So it got while I was watching you. That's true. Cut off the tails of the one inside her dress or inside her body. And there. She's a little wonky, but as somebody said, I'm a little wonky myself, so. I kind of like to have the string come out of the top of the head because I think they hang straighter. Could be wrong about that. I frequently be wrong about a lot of stuff, but okay. All right, so we'll straighten her dress out a little bit and try to figure out where her front is. I think I want this longer part, you know, this part that's longer than the rest of it. I think I want it in the back. And, okay. Now I've got some of this bling wrap right here, like this. We're all a little wonky. I think so. I think we are too, Sandra. So that's going to be her head decoration. I mean her neck decoration. If I can get it cut off. I think with those scissors. What does that say? Oh, it would be. I need to get a piece. I should have done it with a piece of that. I'll do another one. Not tonight, but I just cut off a little length of this. And what did I say the front was? The back was. Okay, so that's. I'm just going to. What have I done? Does anybody know what I've done? What am I doing? Who am I? Who am I? Where am I? What am I doing? Does anybody know? Because I apparently do not. All right, don't forget. I don't care where these are. I'm just going to cut that off. And find my front again. There, that's what I want. Okay, and get my little piece of bling, and I'm just going to glue it around. Like so. I didn't see Camille come in either. Y'all are sneaking in on me. Okay, so we got that. Got a little bit of bling. Boy, she's big-headed. She's not stuck up, y'all. She's just got a big head. Okay, so I want this to go in kind of like a dress. So it looks kind of like she's got arms. Okay, now for her wings, what was I going to use for her wings? I might use, I could use that for her wings. So our wings are a slightly different color. What do you think? Might have to give her some hair too. I don't know. Beautiful, you like her, Sandra? Okay, good. Let me give her some hair. I've seen these angels made with moss for hair, and I think I'm just going to use a little bit, a little wad of this. This is hair that comes from the doll department in Hobby Lobby. And y'all, when I first got it, I spent a lot of time trying to it's in the doll department of Hobby Lobby, and I spent a lot of time when I first got it trying to find the end. Well, I'm convinced that there is no end. That they just put a never-ending circle of hair. I don't know. Nope, not gonna. You love the hair. I'm gonna see if I like the moss better. I don't know. I've never actually used moss. And I'm not gonna use it now. Hang on a minute, let me get. You can probably tell I didn't think this part out real well. My ladybug loves moss. She just gobbles it right up. Okay. So we're back to this. Hey, Amy. All you got left is painting furniture and moving in. Yay. Maybe I'll put it, I won't try to put it in the middle. I'll just put it around. If you're gonna use a hanger, you want to get the hair around the hanger. So let me see. She's a hothead, y'all. She's a hothead. Anyway, you glue the hair down, and then you can kind of mess around with it. What you don't want to do is straighten out these little curls too much, because then you just have long frizzy hair. And you want to be kind of careful with your fingers that you don't, that you don't press them into it. You just want to kind of tap the hair so it lays down on the glue, but your fingers don't touch the glue. You love her hair. Well, good. Yeah, you know, the doll section of the Hobby Lobby comes in a clump, and you just take a clump and you roll it around for a little while, and then you put it where you think you want it, and you mess around with it, and you can trim it up later if you want to. But you know, I like wild and crazy hair. I've got hair that's straight and fine, and you can't do a darn thing with it. And I kind of like the wild and crazy look. So that's what I tend to do. Use yarn. Yes, yarn works. So I need to pull some of this a little forward here. Okay, so now she's got hair, and I just ripped it off because it was attached to a glue string. So we're going to just glue it back down. You can kind of put it where you want it, but, you know, just a little tip is if you have something, you know, if you have hair attached to a glue string, don't just yank it out because you're going to yank your hair out too. But okay, so there is that. Now we've got to put, what do you think? You want to use this for wings, or we can use a butterfly for wings? I think if I can find what I did with the butterfly. So we've got, where's her back end here? Her wings can look like that. Or we can do them, do it like that. What do you think? Doily or... Oh, who's sending me, who am I sending a napkin? Pam, okay. Nice ornament, Miss Cindy can pick someone. Now I'm going to give these away. So I'm going to draw names for the angels. But so, what do you think? Butterfly. We got a doily and a butterfly. Got two doilies. Two doilies, one butterfly, three doilies. Okay, we're going to do the doilies. So I'm going to actually just kind of put some glue right here at the top. Yeah, we had more people who want doilies, or just put a little glue right there just to kind of hold it together. I'm not going to glue it all the way down, but I do want, you know, I don't want it falling all over the place either. So I just took this little center section here and I glued it down. I'm going to use a butterfly for real on the doll pegs. And then we attach it to wherever the back is. I've lost the back. Okay, if that's her face, that's her front, so this is her back. Okay. So if you're the one whose name gets drawn for the napkin, I hope you're one of the ones that wanted the doily, because there it is. Okay. So there we have her. We need to add, I'm going to give her a little bit more hair. I can find my scissors. Not a whole lot, just a little bit more right up. And, oops, maybe that's enough. Yeah, that's all I want right there. She looks kind of like she's got a receding hairline. Okay, y'all, do y'all remember whose names got drawn for the aprons? I know Becky's did. I think about a month ago, and somebody else's did. Y'all, I've just not been doing right. Elaine, you did. Okay. And I didn't send it to you yet. So Elaine and Becky. And then I think there was one more person I drew had a name for last time. Okay. All right, so we've got that one. And we've done this one. We've got those. We've just got one more to do, y'all. They are cute. Y'all, they're so simple. They're a lot easier than I make them look. Okay, so now we've got this little thing right here. There it is. Okay, now I want them to be like, these are like legs kind of. So I kind of want that to be the front or the back, one or the other. Yeah. And I think I messed up because I actually think I was going to use I cut a piece of ribbon, but I don't know what I did with it. See, I might use this instead. Let's see. No, I'm not going to. Okay, I cut this piece of ribbon. And I cut it so it's going to be longer than, oh, that's too long. I never have learned how to do things because never learned how to do things so that it'll go all the way around. That's not going to go all the way around. Ooh, I like that too. Y'all, I really did think about this before we started. You know, when you don't measure anything, it gets to be a problem. I'm trying to kind of gather it a little bit. I was trying to shortcut it, but I'm not going to be able to. So let me get a piece of thread. Oh, sorry, Frankie. Y'all don't report me. I just kicked my dog. Didn't mean to. All right, yeah. Y'all, I hate it when I have something handy and then I cover it up with about 16 other things. This embroidery needle's kind of an overkill, but I can see to thread it. What I'm doing is I'm just going to put some gathers in here. I'm going to take the top and I'm just going to go, just make little basting stitches or whatever this is called, little running stitches. Get in there. And probably better to do this with something other than an embroidery needle, but I didn't. So y'all didn't see that, but what happened is that my thread came off my needle. Did I not just have a pin cushion out here? Oh. No, I'll never get that. Well, I thought I had a needle, but I don't. So let me do this again. Usually I don't have to do this 2 or 3 times, but I am tonight. It's because it's that kind of day. Some people can just finger pleat. I apparently am not one of the ones that can do that. Rebecca Scott can do that. Okay, so now let's see. I want to keep, need to pull the loose end out, whichever one that is, and hold on to the one that's still attached to the thread. Okay. Whew. It's an ordeal, y'all. It's an ordeal. But now I can... See, I'm using white thread, so it makes it even harder to see what I'm doing, I know, but... Gather it up. You gather and you tie it. You tie it together and you hope your angel stands up, okay? Maybe I'll just let her lay down. Okay, there. And I know y'all know I'm doing that, but I'm doing this because the top is a lot smaller than the bottom of this thing. So I wanted to, and I don't know, I've never learned how to cut it so that I can account for that. So I just kind of do the gathering stitch and hope for the best. To tie it off, and you hopefully have everything in the back. Before I think I'm going to glue it down before I cut it off. Okay, and then you can take this, and I did it because I've got a seam side down, so I'm just going to glue it down at the edge. And I'm not going to glue it all the way down because, I mean, I'll just put a little dot here and there to hold her dress together. But y'all, she's an angel. She's flying around up in the air, and she needs space to move. Okay, this is a little short, but that's okay. We don't care. Okay, so there you've got her body with her clothes on. And I can use this same bling, I think. I don't like it. So I think for her, I'm just going to put a little, I've got a little shiny thing that I think I'm just going to put right there at her neck. But maybe I need a bigger shiny thing. Nope, I don't. Well, I've got things everywhere now. I can't find anything. But let me just cutting the excess off of this because I think I wanted to have a little pearl. I'm gonna put a little pearl up there on her neck. What do you think? Or we can do a smaller one, a smaller blingy one that you can't see because my fat finger's in the way. What do you think? Smaller or bigger? Pearl or not? Justin thinks so. It's all. Thank you. Part of a doily too. Okay, good. Hey, Sandy. My angel's alive. You'd think so, wouldn't you? Okay, I think. Both are nice. I'm trying to decide if I'm going to, or I've got a much bigger one. Y'all, I got this bracelet at, well, that's too big. You know, at a junk store, and you can just take it apart and use the pieces parts. Oh, you made it from paper doilies. That works. That works. I didn't have any paper doilies. But paper doilies work. I'm gonna go through all the trouble, and I'm not gonna like this. I think I'm liking the smaller one more. Yeah, I went through all this and I don't like it. It's too big. Okay, I'm going to use the little one. I've decided. But I'm going to try to get it in front. You know, I hadn't figured out how to hang her up yet, but I'm not going to hang her up. We'll just, I think if you wanted to hang her up, you could put string around her neck and pull it up the back. But since she's got a stand, she's gonna be a shelf stander. Because I forgot to put a hanger on her. Although we could get a hanger. Let me see. Could put a hanger back here. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. We'll put it under the wings. So I think that's what we're going to do. It's real important now to find the back. Now watch, Mama Jerry, or Sister Jerry, watch. Finger protector. You know, I could have put this under her dress and probably should have, but I didn't. Let's see, yeah, I could put hair on her too, but I don't think I'm going to. What do you think? Hair or no hair? To hair or not to hair? That is the question. I don't think I'm going to hair. I think I'm going to just make her a little halo and out of the fuzzy stuff. Can y'all hear my dog just munching away on this bone? Yeah. I'm just going to do that. Hair is just a hair. There's nobody sitting. Hair is just a hair. There's nobody sitting there. He is enjoying that bone. He loves his bone. Yes, it's pretty big. It's a knuckle bone. It's got a meaty knuckle bone. He eats the meat and then he eats the bone. So there, she's with her. Hello, and now we've got, I think I could cut these butterflies' antennas off. We don't need those. Let's find her back end, and we'll put this. And of course it's not lined up. Of course it's not. Okay, so there's that one. So we have angels 3 ways. We've got that one and this one. Anita, you said you wanted little angels to hang on a tree. So you've got little angels to hang on a tree. Perfect. Thank you, baby. Not perfect, but it's okay. So, I'm happy to give these away. Love the wings. We've got butterfly wings, we've got doily wings, and we've got twine wings. And, you know, they're really interchangeable. You could use the twine wings on any of them. So, they're just sweet little angels. And, you know, angels are year-round. You could have your Easter angels. You can have your peg angels. This one can hang on a tree, or you can set it down and you could have a little thing like this. So I'm going to give these away to, and I'll give that one away too if y'all want it. I'm not. She needs a little bling though. You know, every angel's got to have a little bling, right? You collect angels. Well, Wendy, you need to get one. So, well, I'm glad you were here, Becky. Okay, so, oh, aprons to Elaine and Becky and I think one other person. And then these, then somebody's getting napkins, I think. Dina, are you still here? Sylvia collects angels and Wendy collects angels. Anybody else collect angels? Okay, so she's got a little bling on her too. Angels got to have a little bling, right? Okay, we can. I was thinking about, for this one, I was thinking about just doing links of this, but I think that could take a while. Sandy, what, I owe you an apron? Studied angels, and I taught a class on it. Wow. Okay, so I didn't get an answer. Is Dina still here? All right, y'all want to hang out and let me see how this looks. I need to, you know, I'd have to cut several, and I need to paint her face. Oh, no, you like angels. Got it. Okay. I'm just going to paint her little face pink. Pink and mojito. Throw that in there so it can be not drying. We just need to cut some lengths of this ribbon. And I don't know how many it would take. It'd be kind of like a rag angel, only not. Uh-oh. Dracula angel, remind two sisters, 3 months apart. Oh my, Sylvia. So much for that. Maybe I should use this. This is bigger. I don't know. Do y'all want to sit here while I do this, or does somebody want to come on and show me what you made? Show us what you made. That would be a good thing to do. You know, I take instructions pretty well, so if you've got anything that you want to see us do, please let me know. Or Justin or somebody. You know, he does the hard stuff. I do the easy stuff. I don't know how many pieces of this it'll take to go around her. Okay, no, you do the amazing stuff. Sure, Anita, come on in. Let's see yours while I'm cutting strings. Like your daughter. Wait, I missed. You're dating your daughter? Oh, when your daughter passed. I'm sorry. Oh, okay, wait a minute. I see you, Anita. Send invite. Okay. You're good. So I don't think anybody else wants to come in, y'all. You kind of get the idea of what it's going to look like, maybe. I don't know whether I like this or not. No plan is better than, well, you're right. Sometimes no plan does work out better. And you know, to those of you that I owe things to, I am so sorry. I'm not usually this bad at getting things out, but there's just been a lot going on. And quite honestly, there's some days that all I feel like doing is sitting and staring. So that's what I do. I'm trying to be nice to myself, but ooh, the dress needs to be hemmed a little bit, doesn't it? Thank you, Becky. I appreciate it. No problem. Okay, so you get the idea. It'll go around, but and I'll try to get these out sooner. But oh, I sent you an apron if you. Oh, okay. I thought I owe 3 of them to people. I know Becky's one of them. It's going to take a while, and I'm not entirely sure I like it. But what do y'all think? If you know, if I do another layer around, so it will help if it stay up there. Oh, that would be pretty with the Dollar Tree raised ribbon. I think that's what I'll do instead of this because I'm not entirely sure how I feel about this. And I think it's going to take at least another all the way around. And I don't know that I have the patience to do that. So I'm gonna table that for right now. Yeah, and having wider ribbon would be good too. So I'll play with that. All right, so let's see. I have, if I'm gonna do it on here because I can see these names better. I'm just, well, okay, Wendy, I did come up on your name. So Wendy, send me your address and I will send you an angel. And these are the ones that we have to, that we can we can do. And I'm just going to kind of pick at random if that's okay with y'all. So, and